Hebrew, and they call him thus, a novice. Proselyte. Yet a novice does not make another novice. In truth, some persons are as they are, and they make others to receive like themselves. It suffices to those others that they shall be. The slave seeks only to be set free, yet he does not seek after the estate of his master. Yet the son not only acts as a son, but also the father ascribes the inheritance to him. Those who inherit the dead are themselves dead, and they inherit the dead. Those who inherit the living one are alive, and they inherit both the living and the dead. The dead do not inherit anything. For how will the dead inherit? When the dead inherits the living one, he shall not die, but rather the dead shall instead live. A nationalist does not die, for he has never lived so that he could die. Whoever has trusted the truth became alive, and this one is in danger of dying as a martyr, for he is alive since the day that the Christ came. The system is contrived. The cities are constructed. The dead are carried out. In the days when we were Hebrews, we were orphaned, having only our mother's spirit. Yet when he became Messianics, the Father came to be with the mother for us. Those who sow in the winter reap in the summer. The winter is the world. The summer is the other eon. Let us sow in the world so that we will harvest in the summer. Because of this, it is appropriate for us not to be made to pray in the winter time. What emerges from the winter is the summer. Yet if anyone reaps in the winter, he will not harvest, but rather uproot, as this method will not produce fruit. Not only does not come forth in the winter, but in the other Sabbath also his fields shall be fruitless. The Christ came. Some indeed he ransoms, yet others he saves. Yet for others he atones. Those who were alienated he ransomed. He brought them to himself, and he saved those who came to him. These he set as pledges in his desire. Not only when he appeared did he appoint the soul as he desired, but since the day of the world's origin he appointed the soul. At the time he desires, he came first to fetch it, since it was placed among the pledges. Came to be under the bandits, and they took it captive. Yet he saved it, and he atoned for both the good and the evil. Life with death. The right with the left are brothers, one to another. It is not possible for them to be separated from one another. Because of this, neither are the good, nor are the evils, evil. Nor is the life a life, nor is death a death. Therefore, each individual shall be resolved into his origin from the beginning. Yet those exalted above the world are immortal and are in eternity. The names which are given by the worldly, therein is a great confusion, for their hearts are turned away from the real unto the unreal. And he who hears the word, God, does not think of the real, but rather he is made to think of the unreal, So also with the words, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and the life, and the light, and the resurrection, and the convocation, and all the other words. They do not think of the real, but rather they are made to think of the unreal. Moreover, they learned the all-human reality of death. They are in the system. They are made to think of the unreal. If they had been in eternity, they would not have designated anything as a worldly evil, nor would they have been placed within worldly events. There is a destiny for them in eternity. They do not utter in the world the name which the Father bestowed upon himself by means of the Son, the existent name of the Father, which he exalts over all. For the Son could not become the Father unless he were given the name of the Father. This existing name they are made to have in thought, yet nonetheless they speak it not. Yet those who do not have it cannot even think it. But the truth engendered words in the world for our sake. It would not be possible to learn it without words. She alone is the truth. She makes the multitude. And concerning us, she teaches this alone, in a love through many. The authorities desired to deceive humankind because they perceived him being in a kinship with the truly good. They took the word good, they applied it to the ungood, so that through words they might deceive him and bind him to the ungood. And subsequently, when they receive grace, they are withdrawn from the ungood and placed in the good. These who had recognized themselves, for the authorities had desired to take the free person, to keep him enslaved to themselves forever. There is empowerment granted to humans. The authorities do not want him to recognize himself, so that they will become masters over him. For if there is mankind, there is slavery. Sacrifice began, and animals were offered up to the powers. They were offered up to them still alive. They were indeed offered up living. Yet when they were offered up, they died. But the humans was offered up dead to God, and he lived. He thought she was good